All right, hold on. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Hey, hope you're doing good. Just a quick short video. Well, maybe not too short, because I'm going to go over some things that I want to talk about. I know I talk a lot on leadership, and when I first started these live videos for the Self-Advocacy Network Development Project, I tried doing a series on leadership, and they're all right, but I thought I'd do a quick buffer and talk about. I got a information on 25 lessons learned on leadership learned from John Maxwell. If you don't know John Maxwell, he is a great leadership author and speaker. That one of his best books that he ever wrote, and probably the thing that introduced a lot of people to him, was a book called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. It's a great book. It's an older book, but you can still find copies. I'm sure it's probably been still being produced every so often, and so I recommend you get that book. If you can't find it, go to your local library and check it out. You'll probably be able to find it there. And if they don't have it, they can get it. They can order it through book swap deal. Anyway, let's get started on 25 lessons learned from John Maxwell. Now, I did not write these lessons, but they're basically lessons that are based on what his leadership rules are and other things that he's written about. This comes from Dennis Baker, who I believe works for the John Maxwell organization. Anyway, he wrote these 25 key lessons that you can learn from John Maxwell. First off, basic rule of leadership. Leadership is influence. That's a great lesson to learn. If you influence someone good, I mean, you're a leader. You know, it's simple, effective, and precise. It's, true leadership cannot be awarded, appointed, or assigned. It comes only from influence, and that cannot be mandated. It must be earned. And you know what E.F. Hutton says? They earn it. Anyway, that's another law of leadership. You only if you have a title, that'll only buy you a little bit of time as a leader. You can either increase your level of leadership influence or with others, or erase it. Second lesson of leadership. Leadership isn't a position, it's a process. I think that pretty much explains itself. Yes, a person can have a title of president or a title of, boss, but they may not be the true leader in the company. But that doesn't mean that they can't go through the process of leadership and learn how to be a better leader. John Maxwell says most people who want to go get ahead do it backward. They think, I'll get a bigger job and then I'll learn how to be a leader. No, you learn how to be a leader in the smaller jobs. If you show your leadership skills early, you'll get a bigger job. Leadership isn't a position, it's a process. Thirdly, just do it. I'm not going to say a name of a company that uses that term, but because I don't want to get in trouble, but just do it. The whole motivation the idea is a trap. Don't be motivated. Just do it. If you have an idea, just do it. You know, if it's a good idea and it's something that'll work, it'll go. If it's a bad idea, at least you tried it. You know what? And that's another thing that you'll learn later. You know, just do it. Thirdly, or fourthly, your attitude towards life is still under construction. Don't worry about having a good attitude. You know, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, you may have a good attitude some days, you may have a bad attitude. You may be happy about doing stuff, you may not be happy. You may be stressed out about doing things, you may not be stressed out. Realize that it's a construction process. Your attitude towards, Maxwell says, your attitude towards life is constantly being shaped by certain factors. There are personality, who you are, environment, what's around you, word expression, what you hear, adult acceptance, affirmation, what you feel, and so many other things. I'm not going to go into everything, but just think about that. Fifthly, use principles to guide you. Policies, Maxwell says, policies are many, principles are few. Policies will change, principles never do. Next, leadership is a collection of skills. Leadership is something you learn and improve at, John Maxwell says. It's true that some people are born with greater natural gifts than others. The ability to lead is really a collection of skills, nearly all of which can be learned and improved. 7, build trust through competence, connection, and character. Character matters. That's the main thing right there. Character matters, and character builds trust. That's basic thing. 8th, success is not a journey. Success is a journey, not a destination. You can't get to success from here. If you were, it would be like pretty easy. But you know what? There's road bumps, there's hills, there's detours, there's things along the way. Don't think of it as a place. Think of it as a path. Take it one day at a time. Take the right people with you who can help you on the success journey. Success is a daily thing. You can be successful one day at a time, one decision at a time. John Maxwell says, if you can handle today correctly, tomorrow will take care of itself. You know what? Work on today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. That's my bonus point there. Success is a decision at a time. You don't become successful when you get your high school or college diploma or degree. You become successful when you decide to go to college, when you get your diploma, get your rewards of success. But remember, rewards today don't mean nothing tomorrow. Each day has its own rewards. Number 11, there are 7 steps for success. And success one day at a time, John Maxwell shares these 7 steps. Make a commitment to grow daily. Value the process more than the event. Don't wait for inspiration. Be willing to sacrifice pleasure for opportunity. Dream big. Plan your priorities, and you got to give up to go up. You know what? Every leader had to give up something to get to the top. That's basic things there. Look for the landmarks of success. What are if you travel or if you fly in a plane, and you sit on the window seat, do you look out and look to see where you're at, especially when you know you're getting close to where you're going? I hate to admit it, I do. I'm my parent, as the commercial says, because I like to know where I am in the air, So anyway, look for these landmarks, and the landmarks of success are achievement over affirmation, excellence over acceptability, personal growth over immediate pleasure, future potential over financial gain, a narrow focus over scattered interest, and significant over security. 13. Leadership is a visual thing. John Maxwell says again, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Number 14, everybody needs encouragement. I'll be honest, the reason I do these videos is to encourage you, but also to encourage me. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. That's kind of a Maxwell thing there, if you know the bread alone thing. Don't take yourself too seriously. I don't. I like to have fun sometimes in these videos. I like to talk to y'all. I like, I like to encourage, and sometimes I make little puns, little jokes or something. And that's why I also call these things coffee chats. Anyway, 16, use failure as a springboard. This goes back to earlier. Remember this. Even the greatest leaders fail. Abraham Lincoln lost many elections before he won president of the United States. You know what? Did he give up on the way to the presidential election? Nope. He kept on going on. He kept on moving forward. He said, okay, I failed there. It's not for me. You know what? All right, keep on trucking. Don't worry, that's what you call failing forward. I know failure hurts, but you know what? You can grieve over failure for a little bit, but don't stay there. Here's a little bit about how to fail forward. Appreciate the value of failure. Don't take failure personally. Let failure redirect you. Keep a sense of humor about the failure. Ask why, not who. Why did this happen? Not who caused me to failure. Who did this or who did that. Make failure a learning experience. Like I said earlier, Lincoln learned from his failures. Don't let failure keep you down. Like I said, you can grieve a little bit, but don't stay there. Um, Use failure as a gauge for growth. See the big picture. Failure is not the end of the game. Um, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. And finally, win with people. If you fail, okay, talk to people that can help you out. Talk to the people. Talk to the, if it's a job loss, talk to your boss and say, or former boss and say, what did I do wrong? How can I do better? You never know. They might give you some great tips. Um, Growing people is the key to growing your success. So, anyway, that's a little bit about failure. Let's move on. Let people fly with you for a while. You know, what does that mean? Um, Most effective way to mentor and ramp people up in the same way is, do it. You know, uh, do, do it. I do it and you watch. You do it and I watch. And then you do it. What does that mean? I do it. I show you I show what's going on. You do it, or I do it, and you watch. You, I'm telling you, I'm having you watch me do the, self advocate. I'm having you see how it's done. Um, Teaching you the ropes. You know, um, you do it, and I'll watch. That means I turn over to you, and you do what matters to you. You talk about what matters, to people. And then you know what? You do it. I'll let you go. You might want to tell me how things are going, but you know what? It's not my responsibility after I teach you and you do it. It's your responsibility to do it and then start training others how to do it. Then we have 10 principles for personal growth, meaning, you know, growth is a journey. So in Roadmap for Success, John Maxwell shares these 10 principles for improving your personal growth. Choose a life of growth. Start growing today. Be teachable. Focus on self-development, not self-fulfillment. Never stay satisfied with current accomplishments. Be a continual learner. We're always lifelong learners if we are continual learners. Concentrate on a few major themes. Don't sweat. Don't let the small stuff get you off track. Yes, there are some small things, but don't focus on them too much. In fact, maybe put together some small things and they might become major things. Develop a plan of growth. Pay the price. Find a way to apply what you learn daily. Don't make happiness your measure of success. If you do, then you're going to be sadly disappointed a lot of times. That's just, happiness is just fleeting. You can be happy today and disappointed tomorrow. I'm not, that's all I have to add there. Have achievement over affirmation. You know, Focus on the achievement rather than worrying about what people want think of you or fitting into it. Affirmations from others is fickle and fleeting. If you want to make an impact on during your lifetime, you have to trade the praise of others, which I love. Enjoy the praise, and I appreciate that. You know, you know, you have to trade that in and just let's work on achievement daily. There are 4 kinds of people when it comes to relationships. In Success 101, which is a nice little small book, you can read that in a couple of days, maybe even a day if you're a good reader. In it, John Maxwell says there are 4 kinds of people when it comes to relationships. Some people add something to your life. We enjoy them. Some people subtract something from your life. We tolerate them. Some people multiply something in life. We value them. And some people divide something from our life. We avoid them like the plague. Just, I'm adding that part. Number 23, lead yourself exceptionally well. Leadership starts from the inside out. Lead yourself first, and everything else will follow. In Success 101, Maxwell says there are 7 areas of successful people must manage well. Self-manage your emotions, your time, your priorities, your energy, your thinking. Don't be stinking thinking. That's an additional bonus there. Your words and your personal life. Do I do that well? Not always and not lately. That's just bonus there. Number 24, treat people like a 10. Imagine over your head or over someone's head that you're looking at that they have the number 10 over them. Don't imagine them, if you treat people like a 10, they will act like a 10. Does that mean that they will always be a 10? No. And you can tell that, but it's better to treat them like a 10, even if you know they're not a 10. But you also have to be real and realize that this person, even though I'm treating them like a 10, they don't have the leadership skills like a 10. Okay, finally, well, that's only 24. What would be the 25th thing? I would just say, you know what? Oh, well, here we go. Here's 7 or 6 things you can focus on, in life, skills, and way of getting ahead. And remember that leadership is sometimes about politics too. And I'm not talking just about the political things. How you can get ahead in how you can do right in leadership and politics. There are 6 things to avoid politics. Avoid gossip. Stay away from petty arguments. Stand up for what's right, especially when things are, or when it's not popular. You stand up for what's popular, then you're doing politics. But if you stand up for what's right, you're standing up for truth. Look at all sides of the issue. Don't protect your turf. And you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. Anyway, I know this is longer than the normal coffee chats, but you know what? Like I've said before, sometimes it's worth it. Y'all have a great day and talk to you later.